How do you solve this sum? Now, b raised to the power of negative 3 can be written as 1 over b multiplied by b multiplied by b, or 1 over b cubed. Now, 2 raised to the power of negative 1 can be written as 1 over 2. A raised to the power of negative 2, a raised to the power of negative 2 can be written as 1 over a multiplied by a, or simply 1 over a squared. Now, what it means, we can take this b cubed down. This, because it's being divided by the numerator, you can take it up. This, you can also take it up. They become positive. These two, if you take them up, they become positive. Now we shall have 3. This is a. It is just a squared is like a multiplied by a. And then we take this 2 up, multiplied by 2. We take this a up, multiplied by a, multiplied by a. We come here, this b, we take it down there, so we shall multiply by 3 b's, multiply by b, multiply by b, multiply by b, and then multiply by this 2b, multiply by b, multiply by b. Now let's solve. We have 2 multiplied by 3, we get 6, and then how many a's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we shall have a raised to the power of 4 as the numerator. What about the denominator? We have how many b's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we shall have b raised to the power of 5. That becomes the answer. If you are told to solve such a sum, 49 raised to the power of x plus 1 plus 7 raised to the power of 2x is equals to 350. Now, 49 can be written as 7 raised to the power of 2. Now you have to multiply by x raised to the power of 1 plus 7 raised to the power of 2 is equals to 350. Now, if you simplify further, you get 7 raised to the power of 2x plus 2 plus 7 raised to the power of 2x is equal to 350. Now, to get the value of x, we shall assume that the value 7 raised to the power of 2 plus 2x plus 2, this part is equals to p. Now, if this part is equals to p, remember that this value can be written as 7 raised to the power of 2x multiplied by 7 raised to the power of 2, so that you add the powers and omit the other to get this one. Now, what about 7 raised to the power of 2x? It shall now be just p divided by this part. Now we have our equation. Substituting p into this equation, we shall have p signifying this, and then we shall have p divided by 7 squared to represent this is equals to 350. Now simplify further. When you multiply 7 squared on both sides to remove it as a denominator here, you shall get 7 squared p plus p is equal to 350 multiplied by 7 squared. Simplify further, this will be 49 plus p is 49p plus p is equals to 350 times 49. 50 is equals to 350 times 49. If you simplify, you get p is equals to 7 raised to the power of 3. Now, remember, our p was 7, 2x plus 2. These are a power. This should be a power. It should not be. It should be up there. Power is equals to this. Now, because the base is the same, it means that 2x plus 2 is equals to 3. This one is equals to this one. Now, simplifying for x, we get x is a half. That's how you have to solve that sum. Now, another index sum was this paper. For this paper 1996, we have 16 raised to the power of x2 is equals to 8 raised to the power of 4x minus 3. Now, 16 can be written as 2 to the power of 4. Now multiply by that power x squared. 8 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 3. Multiply by this power. You get, for this one, you get 2 raised to the power of 4x squared. For this one, you get 2 raised to the power of 12x minus 9. Simplifying further, you realize that this base and this base is the same. So 4x squared is equals to 12x minus 9, like that. You can arrange the equation so that you have 4x squared minus 12 plus 9 is equals to 0. Now, using the quadratic formula, x is equals to negative b, positive or negative, the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Equating now the values into the quadratic equation. This is the value of a, this is the value of b, there should be an x here, this is the value of b, and then this is C. Equating for B, where there's B, you put this value, where there's A, you put this value, where there's C, you put this value. In this equation, you come up with an equation like this. Now, simplifying this equation, you will get 1.5. So x is equals to 1.5. This should be the value of x. Now, a similar in this question is this one. You have 1 over 27, all of this raised to the power of m, multiplied by 81 raised to the power of -1 is equals to 243. Simplify. We can write this sum in terms of its prime factors. Now, 1 just remains, 27 will be 3 times 3 times 3. Multiplied by 81. 81 can write into factors to be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 243 can be written as 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So that here we have 1 and 3 cubed raised to the power of m multiplied by 3 raised to the power of 4 -1 is equals to 3, 5. Now, you shall multiply this m by the power of this m by the power of this one by this power. Now, 1 and 3 cubed can be written as 3 raised to the power of -3 multiplied by m. And then this is 3 raised to the power of 4 multiplied by -1. And then this means 3 raised to the power of 5. So this one will become 3 raised to the power of -3m. This one will become 3 raised to the power of -4 is equal to 3 raised to the power of 3 raised to the power of 5, not negative. Sorry for that. Now this one is like term to this one. So this one will cross the equal sign to go this side. Remember this this stands for 1 and 1 all over 3 raised to the power of 4. So when it goes this side, we can just multiply it as 3 over 4. So here we have remaining 3 raised to the power of -m. Here it shall be 3 raised to the power of 9. Simplify further. You see that 3 is common here. The base is common, so which means that the powers are equal to each other. -3m is equals to 9. So -3m is equals to 9. M will be -3. Now, another question is here. Curtains were told that p is equals to 3y. Now substitute 3y into this equation and then simplify for the value of y. Now, here we have 2y. You remember that if you have an equation 3y multiplied by 3y, 3 raised to the power of y multiplied by 3y is the same as 3 y plus y, which is equal to 3 raised to 2y. So this one means that we have 3y multiplied here twice. So it shall be p times p. And here it means when you are subtracting, when you are dividing a power, when you are dividing a number, it's the same as subtracting if it has a power. Let me illustrate. Like here we have 3y raised to the power of y multiplied by 3 raised to the power of y divided by 3 raised to the power of 1. Now, the ultimate answer will be 3. This is plus this is 2y minus 1. That's why this -1 stands for dividing this number by 3. That's why I put it here, p times 3 divided by 3. And then here we have 2, then 3y is p, multiplied by p divided by 3 is equals to 1. Simplifying further, you get p times p is p squared over 3. 2p divided by 3 is equals to 1. Now remove 3 as a denominator, multiply each side by 3. You shall remain with the p squared, 2p, and then this side shall be 3. Now, this becomes now a quadratic equation. We have to find a number. If you multiply the number, you get 2. If you have to find two numbers. If you multiply the two numbers, you get 2. If you add the two numbers, you get 3. Is that okay? Sorry for that. If you multiply the two numbers, you get -3. If you add, you get 2. What will be the number? The number shall be 1 and -3. If you multiply 1 and -3, you get 3. If you add 1 and -3, you get 2. Is that okay? Now, if you are together, you realize that that's not okay. This shall be -1. This shall be +2. So -1 multiplied by 3, you get -3. -1 plus 2, you get +2. Now, having gotten those numbers, we can break this to be -p and +3p, so that we have here this value stands for this. Now we can try to factorize. If we factorize, shall put brackets here, and then remove here p is common, remove p, so that inside will remain p minus 1. Having put brackets here, we shall remove 3 outside, and then inside will remain p minus 1. If we factorize, we get p plus 3 multiplied by p minus 1 is equals to 0. So, which means that p can either be 0, if you say p plus 3 is equal to 0, or p can either be 1. Now remember, a number 1 can be written as, using our 3 in the equation, can be written as 3 raised to the power of 0. Now remember, our p is equal to 3y. Our p is equal to 3y. This equation cannot satisfy this because our 3 was not negative. But this one can satisfy, so that 3 0 is equal to 3 raised to the power of y. Now, since this satisfies our equation, it means that y is 0, because the base is the same, the powers are equating each other, y is equal to 0. That's how that equation should have been solved. Now, let's go to this one. This one we are told to solve for the value of x here. Now, 2x times 5 raised to the power of 2x divided by 2 raised to the power of negative x. Remember, 2 raised to the power of negative x can be written as 1 over 2x. Now, using this, writing this as this, we shall have 2 raised to the power of x multiplied by 5 raised to the power of 2x divided by 2x. So this 2x will cancel this 2x. So we remain with the 5 2x. Now, if you're finding a square root of a number, it's just the same as dividing its power by 2. So if you divide this power by 2, you get 5x. So this is the answer. Now we go to the other equation. The other question, you have to solve this to get what x means. Now, in this equation, let's assume 5x is equals to y. And then whenever we have 5x in this equation, we substitute the value of y and then see what we have. As we said before, if we have a value 5x multiplied by 5x is the same as 5 raised to x plus x, which is equals to 5 2x. So here, it means we have y multiplied by y, because our 5x is y, minus 6, and this is y. 5x, our 5x is 5 raised to power of x is y, plus 5 is equals to 0. Now, simplifying, you get y squared minus 6y plus 5 is equal to 0. Now, it becomes a quadratic equation. We have to solve this quadratic equation. Now, let's find a number. If you multiply two numbers, if you multiply, you get this. If you add, you get this. Now, what do you think is the number? The number you can clearly see is 6. 6 and 1. Is it 6 and 1? It's 5. It's 5, -5, and -1. -5 and -1. So if you add -1 and -5, you get -6. If you multiply -5 and -1, you get +5. So we shall break this into -5 and -1. So we have y and 5. So that if you add this, you get this. So this equation becomes this: y squared minus y minus 5y plus 5 is equal to 0. Now, factorize. If we factorize, we get y minus 5 multiplied by y minus 1 is equal to 0. So it means y is 5 or y is 1. Now remember, our y is equals to 5x, which is equals to 5 raised to the power of 1, or this one, which is the same as 5 raised to the power of 0. 5x means is equals to 5 raised to the power of 0. Now, since the base is the same here, it means our x can either be 1, and since the base is the same, it also means our x can also be 0. So this equation, x had two values, 1 or 0. Now, another index question, that was a paper of 2001, paper 2, question 2. You are given this sum: 32 raised to the power of x minus 3 times 8 raised to the power of x plus 4 is equals to 64 divided by x raised to the power of 2. Now, 32 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 5, and then multiply by the power x minus 3. 8 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 3, then multiply by the power x plus 4. And then 64 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 6, divided by 2 raised to the power of x. Now, if you multiply this by the power, you get this. If you multiply this by the power, multiply this by this power, you get this. And then the other part remains. Now, simplifying further, remember, if you are dividing by a number by 2x, it's the same as multiplying a number by 1 over 2x. So let's continue simplifying and see. Now, if we simplify, we come to get 2 raised to the power of 9x is equals to 2 raised to the power of 9. Since the base becomes the same, it means that 9x, this 9x is equals to 9. So simplifying, get x is equals to 1. Now we had an easy sum here, where since we were to simplify, what is 81 raised to the power of 2x multiplied by 27 raised to x divided by 9 raised to x, which is equals to 7 to 9. Now we could write all these numbers to the power of the base becoming 3 and the others becoming power. Like at 1, it is 3 raised to the power of 4 multiplied by the power 2x. And then 27 is 3 raised to the power of 3 multiplied by this power x. And then 9 is 3 raised to the power of 2 multiplied by x. And 729 is 3 raised to the power of 6. Now simplifying, we get that 3 raised to the power of 9x is equals to 3 raised to the power of 6. Now, since the base is the same, it means that the powers are equal to each other. 9x is equals to 6. If 9x is equals to 6, simplifying, you get that x is equals to 2/3. Now we have this equation also. Students were to get the power of y, the value of y, by simplifying this equation. 243 multiplied by 3 raised to the power of 2y all over, this should be everything, divided by all over 729 multiplied by 3y divided by 3 raised to the power of y minus 1 is equals to 81. Now all these figures are multiples of 3, so you can write them to the powers of 3, so that 243 can be written as 3 raised to the power of 5, and then multiplied by 3 raised to the power of 2y. 729 can be written as 3 raised to the power of 6, and then you have 3 raised to the power of y divided by 3 raised to the power of 2y minus 1, and then 81 can be written as 3 raised to the power of 4. Simplifying that sum, we get that 3 raised to the power of 3y is equal to 3 raised to the power of 6, so that y becomes 2. Now, another question, notice KCSE 2008 paper 1 number 2, since we are told to simplify this sum, that is 27 raised to the power of 2 over 3 divided by 2 raised to the power of 4, and then 32 raised to the power of negative 3 over 5. This is our power. Disregard I have written it. This is our power. This is our power. So we have 27 can be written as 3 raised to the power of 3 cubed, and then multiplied by the power of 2 and a third. This 2 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 5, and then multiplied by the power of negative 3 and a fifth. So you can see that this 3 cancels with this one, we shall have 3 squared. This 5 cancels with this one, we shall have negative 3. This one remains the way it is. Simplifying further, you can clearly see that if you are dividing with this, this can come down here, and this can go up there. This can go up there, it can come down here, so that we ultimately have 9 over 2, which is equals to 4 and a half. Now I'm assuming students knows the logic of doing these things. That's why I'm jumping some steps, but student can contact me if he wants the minor details. Now we have another sum here. Students were also to solve. It is 64 raised to negative a half multiplied by 27,000 raised to negative 2 over 3. And then all of this divided by 2 raised to negative 4 multiplied by 3 raised to negative 0 multiplied by 5 squared. Now all these figures can see they are multiples of either 2 or 3. So 64 is a multiple of 2, so you can be written as 2 raised to the power of 6 multiplied by this negative a half. 27,000 is a multiple of 3, but let's just write it as 30 raised to the power of 3 multiplied by 2/3. Now you can clearly see that this 2 will cancel with this 6 remain as with the 3, and then 3 multiplied by negative 1, you get negative 3. This 3 will cancel with this, so that we have 30 is the power of 2. The upper part, the lower part remains the way it was. Now, writing everything here into factors, you can see, writing 30 into factors, you can see 30 into factors becomes like this: 2 squared, 3 squared, 5 squared, all over down here. Now here you can see this 5 goes with this 5 goes with that, and then this 2, because they are negative, it will be if it'll come up as a numerator, but becomes a positive. So that if you add this plus this, you get negative 1. You get 1 positive. You get 1 positive because this will be positive. So to remove this 3 negative, you get 1 positive, and then add the other 2. You get 2 raised to the power of 3, and then everything was cancelled here. It only remains 3 squared. So you have 3 squared. So multiply this, you get 72 as our answer. Now let's look at this other sum. This is KCSE 2010. It was repeated in 2016. Both of them were paper 1, number 8. Now you student wants to simplify this. What is 27 raised to the power of 2/3 multiplied by 81 divided by 16 raised to the power of a quarter? Now 27 can be written as 3 raised to the power of 3. 81 can be written as 3 raised to the power of 4. 16 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 4. You can clearly see that this 4 will cancel this 4, this 4 will cancel this 4, this 3 will cancel this 3. So that here we remain in this 3 squared, here we remain with the negative, this negative 3, here remain this negative 2. So you can see that 3 goes here once, 3 goes here once. So we have 3 times 2 is 6. Now, another sum is here. 9 raised to the power of 2y multiplied by 2x is equal to 72. How do you solve that? You have been told solve for y. How do you solve them? Now you have been you were told to solve for y. Find the factors of 7, 2. The factors of 7, 2 are 3 squared multiplied by 2 cubed. Now 3 squared is like 9, 1. So this 9 raised to the power of 2y is 9 raised to the power of 1. So it means 2y is equals to 1. 2y is equals to 1. So y is equals to a half. And 2 raised to the power of x is the same as 2 raised to the power of 3. It means x is equals to 3. Now we look at the other sum. This one students were told to solve. You can see this is a multiple of 3. It is 3 over 5. This is a multiple of 5. Is 5 raised to the power of 3. And then multiply by their powers. This is 9 is 3 squared multiplied by its power. Now you get something like this. Then you simplify further. You get 75. Now we have another sum. We have been told p cubed multiplied by q is equals to 89. What is the value of p? What is the value of q? You get the prime factors of this number. It is 3 cubed times 7. Now you can see p cubed is equates to 3 cubed, and q equals to 7. So p is 3, q is 7. Now we have given a number like this. 6 raised to the power of 2n is equals to 3. What is the value of n, given that this figure is equals to 776, 776? Now get the factors. The factors becomes 6 raised to the power of 5. Now it means that since the base is the same here, it means that 2n minus 3 is equals to 5. Solving, you get n is 4. Now here you're also given this sum, 3 cubed as the cubed of 9 raised to the power of 4. This is our power. It's not 94, it's our power. Is equals to 3n. What is now the value of n? This 9 can be written as 3 squared, then multiply by the power of 4, then multiply by a third, because cubed is just a third dividing power by 3, and then you get 3n. So since now the base has become the same, it means that 8 divided by 3 is equals to n. So n becomes 2 and a third. Now we had a simple sum here. Students were told to find what is the value of 49 raised to the power of 2 over 3 multiplied by 256 divided by 20 zeros 1 raised to the power of 3 quarters. Now if you simplify, 49 can be written as 7 squared. 256 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 8. And then 2004 can be written as 7 raised to the power of 4. Then you multiply by this power. Ultimately, you get 7 cubed multiply by 2 raised to the power of 6, multiply by 7 raised to the power of 3. Because here, this goes with this remaining 3. This goes here, how many? 2 times 2 times 3, you get 6. And then solving, get 2 over 6, because this goes with that, so that the answer becomes 64. Now, we shall also look at this sum. Where students were to solve what is the value of 8 raised to the power of x plus 1 minus 2 raised to the power of 3x minus 1 is equal to 120. A sum like this, we shall use a method I've told you previously. Let's assume like 2x is equals to p. And then where we have 2x, we put p. So you will see where you have 2x. Sorry, not 2x, 2 raised to the power of 3x. Like you have 2 raised to the power of 3x, you have 2 raised to the power of 3x. Here, it's just 2 raised to the power of, or 2 cubed. So doing the necessary, you equate those values and solve. This question was self-explanatory. After equating those values, everything falls into place. You solve and you get x is equals to a third. I don't know if it can be seen. Yeah. Solving, you get x is equal to a third. Now we have this one. Students want to solve what is 5 raised to the power of 2x minus 1 minus 25x is equal to 500. This one also, because we cannot write all these numbers to have the same base, we shall assume that 5 to x is equals to p. And then where we have 5 to x, here this also 5 to x, we put p. Then when we solve, we come and get the base is similar 5, so that 2x is equals to 4, and then x becomes 2. And lastly, a recent question, that is 2023, students were told to solve for this value, to simplify this equation. We have 3a squared multiplied by minus 3b all over 2 minus 1, a minus 2, b squared. Now, how do you solve this? And you realize that these 2 can go up here as just 2. This b can go down there, and then it loses the negative. This a can go up here, and then it loses the negative. And here b remains. Now it means we have brought down here 3 b's. B times b times b. This one has come down. Then we have this b times